Skyline GT-R star in VR. Hello there everybody and welcome to OpaFed Gaming. You're listening to the OpaFed. Today we're driving a 2005 Nissan Skyline GT-R R34 Z-Tune. We're driving it in a special event called the Skyline GT-R 1 make, meaning that all the cars in the race are a Skyline GT-R. We're driving it on the high-speed ring for 6 laps. We start at 10th of 10 vehicles and we started with a rolling start. Now these laps, they're average length, but there's 6 of them, so they're going to take a little bit of time. However, we don't have a lot of time to sit around and wait because at the speeds that we're driving, these laps are going to go by fairly quickly. So we're going to do like usual. Our strategy is to observe the first lap, try to keep up with the pack, pass the car if we can have the opportunity, and just see what the race is going to be like, because we still got 5 laps to go after that, right? So let's just try and catch up to this guy, which we're having a heck of a time. We can't even catch up to him, so we don't even have to think about passing him. And here we are back in the straight section by the grandstand, where we finally get to pass our first car upon completion of our first lap. So we managed to get 2, which means that we had 9 to pass, so we still got 7 to go. Now if you have 9 cars to pass and you got 6 laps, if you can pass a couple of cars each lap, then you're going to be okay. You're going to be right near the front of the pack when the race is over. So this is going to be our strategy. We're going to catch up to the next guy like this one right here, and then we're going to wait until opportunity presents itself, and if you're close enough behind him around that particular corner, you can cut him on the inside. And when you cut him on the inside, you can get by him a little bit quicker, because these guys, they like to slow down around corners, and if you can keep that in mind, try to go a little bit faster around the corners and then go full speed on the straight sections. You should be able to catch up to them. However, like I said, when you're trying to pass them, if you try to pass them around the outside, it's very, very difficult, because at the speed they're going the same speed you are, and going around the outside, you're going to have to go a lot faster to be able to get by. So cutting them on the inside just like that is the best way to go. Now, like I said, these laps, that's the second one done already, and that was quick. It's not going to take long. 4 more laps, and we've got probably another 6 cars to go. Now, it's not the amount of cars that you've got to go, it's how far away is car number 1 from you. That's the problem. So when you get stuck behind guys like this, you've got to try and get by them as quickly as you can. Because if you stay behind them, it's just going to slow you down, and it's just going to let the front guy, the 2 or 3 guys right at the very front of the pack, going to get even further away from you. I think that guy in the green car here beside me didn't really like me passing him. However, the OpaFed doesn't really care about that, because we're going to pass him anyhow, including the red car. And now here, as we're coming through here and we come around the corner, we're fast approaching the end of our 3rd lap, meaning halfway through the race already. And by my count, and don't take my word on this, I think we passed 5 cars, but I'm not quite sure, because I always end up losing track of the cars, of the amount of cars I pass. But I'm able to keep track of how many laps we've done, and that's 3. Now there's one way up ahead there, and it's probably going to take a good lap just to catch up to him. So that puts us closer to the end of the race already, and we're not even sure if he's the front guy or not. He might be, but upon closer look, maybe when you come around this corner, I think that might be 2 cars, not 1. We're 3.5 laps in, so that's not too bad. We got lots of time, but they're zipping along pretty good. And it's really difficult to catch up to them. And like I'm always so fond of saying, you can't pass them until you catch them. So first we gotta concentrate on catching them, and the best way to do that is use the full width of the track, slow down a little bit around the corner so you don't overshoot them and have to take them wide, so you can keep cutting in nice and close. And as soon as you come out of the corner, start pushing it until you're straight, and then just drop the hammer down and see if you can catch up. Because this is now starting to become a problem here, because this is our 5th lap and we still haven't gotten that much closer to it. So if it's going to take another whole lap to catch up to them, it's going to take the last lap to try and pass them. And I do believe that there's 2 cars there, a white one and a darker colored one. See how they like to slow down around the corners. That's when you can catch up to them a little bit. It's in the straight sections, that's where the distance stays the same, but they start slowing down before the corner comes. And then that way, if you keep the speed going a little bit longer, just another few meters closer to them. But as you can see, even this close to them, we don't have a chance in passing them if we don't get closer. So as we're coming up around this corner here, I believe that's going to be the end of the 5th lap already. So we only got 1 lap left to go. And it's going to be touch and go. Okay, if we can pass them on this straight section, we got to do it. We got to do it now, because through those corners it's just too difficult. And they just, well, we're going to give it a shot right here. And we get by them. But now we got to try and make sure that we stay in front. Now, the lap is not going to be that long, like you know. We step on it, and then don't push it too hard, because if you spin out, then you're done. Because if you spin out, they'll go zipping by you. You keep an eye on that rear view mirror so you can see how close they are behind you, and if they get closer, then you know you got to push it a little harder. If they start going a little bit further back, then you know you can back off a little bit. But just try and keep a little bit of a distance between them and you without creating any chaos for yourself. And that way, if we don't spin out, don't hit the wall, or hit the wall when we go through this little tunnel section here, then we're going to be okay, and we should come out as the winner. Boy, this was an awesome race. I really enjoyed this one. I love the graphics on this track, and I love the way it flows. It's an awesome track to race on. And I hope you enjoyed it too. You have a great rest of your day. I hope to see you back here again real soon. You've been racing with the OpaFed.